set for franchise mode. This is Tennessee Titans franchise mode this year. So we are getting set for this pregame show for this week between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks. It is week 2 of the preseason this week. It really is. Last week I know we just had the week 1 uh, makeup game yesterday, but this truly is week 1 or week 2. Excuse me. I was just making up week one's preseason since it was out since preseason week 1 happened before Madden 25 came out. So let's talk first of all the schedule. Let's talk about the the team schedule. I'll the NFL schedule in a minute, but talk about the so Tennessee, we won the game. I'm sorry, I'm controlling. Excuse me. Let's run things back again. I am controlling Tennessee. So Tennessee, controlled by me, got the win last week. Technically, yesterday. With a final score of 45 to 28. It was a blowout win for the Titans. 45-28, the final score there in Nissan Stadium. They'll play Nissan Stadium again today, and then next week they'll take on the Saints. They'll also be on Sunday, but it'll be um, there'll be a road game out there in New Orleans at Caesars Superdome. Then we'll talk about the regular season in just a bit. Oops. Let's talk regular season first. Up, they play the Bears at the Bears in Chicago. Then they'll take on the Jets in Tennessee. Then they'll be still at home for week 3 against the Packers. And then they'll be taking on the Dolphins in Miami on the road. That'll be the second road game of the year. So 4 games have been played, 2 home and 2 on the road so far. Then a bye week on week 5. Then they'll take on them Indianapolis Colts in Tennessee the week 6, and then they'll take on the Bills and the Lions. They'll be back to back on the road in Buffalo and in Detroit. Then they're back at home in week 9 against the Patriots, and then at the Los Angeles Chargers, and then they'll take on the Minnesota Vikings in Nashville, and then they'll take on Houston in Houston, and then the Commanders at Washington Commanders. They'll take on the Jaguars in Tennessee, and then they'll take on the Bengals in Tennessee, and then they'll take on the Colts in Indianapolis, and the Jaguars in Indianapolis. Then they'll take on the Texans to end the season in Indianapolis. The ones that are not a Sunday game are as follows. They'll take on the Dolphins on Monday night. That'll be the Monday game. They'll have another Monday game somewhere here, I thought. I thought they had another Monday game, but I could be wrong on that. Let me double check. I have the schedule printed out from uh, uh, Drove template. Yeah, that's the only Monday game that they had. I thought I saw on Googling it. They played another Thursday game. They don't have a Thursday game this year. It's just kind of that that's odd not having a Thursday game this year for Tennessee. They don't play in neutral site. All right. Now, people ask the question. I'll answer this question in just a bit. After the game, I'll answer that question in the quick post game report because we're gonna get to the game right now without further ado, since we're pressed. Yeah, not pressed. Really much fine. I just don't want to go over too much. So let's go back in. Oops. Let's go back into it, and we'll get the game going. So. We'll just simulate the train there. Let me upgrade some players before we get into the second preseason game, and then we'll go on from there. I do apologize. Normally I do this off recording, but it was done before a game, so that's why it's done in the pregame. So we'll go directly into this game. Last game we just did went into, I think we'll do that for the regular season where we don't do a pregame show. I just want to do this for the next to last preseason and the last home preseason for the Titans this year. Asking the question, who is going to be the starting quarterback? That's Mason Rudolph. So he will, hold on. He will sit today. Let me get that fixed. I do want to get that fixed before today's game is said and done. But Mason Rudolph will get the start to we'll get the start the regular season in September. But right now he will be moved into the so it'll be Will Levis, then Malik Willis will get the rest of the reps, and then we will have Cedric over in the future. But we decided to go with Mason Rudolph, getting him to start instead of Will Levis there. You know, he's the quarterback of the future. He's still early. Mason Rudolph has had more experience than Will Levis. That's why we are starting him and basing our team, or not basing our team, but having him be our starting quarterback. So let's go. Wait a minute, be our start. I mean, for me controlling Tennessee and franchise, so that's what I meant. So let's get into it. We'll let you listen to the commentary for the game as Tennessee Titans take on the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know whether jerseys aren't there. You go back and come back in. Okay, there we go. There you go. That's the jerseys that was in the game yesterday. From this real life version of this one. So let's get into it. We'll let you listen into the game, the in-game commentary or whatever the game has to offer. And we'll be back at the end of the game to wrap it up.
Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And Smith continues to show that his career resurgence hasn't been some fluke. He's brought a level of maturity, stability, and good play that allows him to compete with any team on any given week. The real question is whether or not he can become a championship caliber quarterback. Only time will tell, but for now, he's done enough to give this franchise reason to believe they can certainly get the job done.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. To throw is Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Smith now to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Will Levis, the 25-year-old at quarterback, in his 2nd season out of Kentucky.
And last year's rookie year, a bit of a mixed bag for the young signal caller out of Kentucky. Showed off plenty of tools, but was hurt in the preseason, and it took a little while to get going. But once he did, he showed exactly why the Titans wanted him. Toughness, leadership, and a big arm. The team rallied around him down the stretch.
1st and 10. Here's Levis. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play that time for the Titans. 57 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Levis. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in the first.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
First and goal at the 1. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Will Levis keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Titans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
Full connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the drive was capped off with a touchdown run by Will Levis. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Levis to throw on first and he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakakwo, a 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. Yeah. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Walker with another carry. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 53 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2. Here's Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down, Pollard again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Levis sets up to throw here. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from 13 yards out. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Geno. His throw incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To the air again, Smith. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba 47 yards. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They toss it down to Pollard. And some room to work. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 60 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll go for it. It's Spears. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Pollard one more time. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now Folk for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 87 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Walker. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now Gino. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Pharaoh Brown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. Levis back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 107 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
first down, and it's Pollard again. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Levis's throw taken in by Ridley here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. On first down, Levis. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now Myers for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 2nd and 10. Here's Levis. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From near the goal line, here's Levis. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And that'll be off the mark. And it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Their third unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Myers' kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Now Willis to throw. This is Phillips yet again. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Willis out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Third down, it's Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. That gain on third down, good for 28.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Right back to the air again with Willis. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Willis looking to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on third and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Folks' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5. Now Howell. That'll be caught by Bobo. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Eskridge, the man in motion. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that...
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Willis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
2nd down, Howell now. Over the middle here to Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Howell from the gun. Touchdown! D. Eskridge from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now, that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Willis. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. A give to Haskins up the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Open man, Westbrook-Akine. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Play action. Here's Willis. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. On the toss to Charbonnet. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Powell. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Powell down to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's Howell. Touchdown, Seahawks. Zach Charbonnet from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Titans. 58 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Tyrell Dodson coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Willis on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Hal throwing on 3rd down here. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Back to throw, Howell. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Titans are right back in this football game. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And that's complete to Westbrook Akine. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, here's Willis. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Second down throw coming by Willis. On the slant, Burks. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Again, it's Willis to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Cox. And it's a Titans touchdown from 10 yards out. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Fulk connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Powell, he'll look to throw it. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Titans are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. Willis. He gets this one to Burks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Willis will look to throw on first down. To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Willis to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped him free from his grasp.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Haskins now on 1st and 10.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Willis. Breaks a tackle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll run here with Haskins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a field goal on this drive could settle things. Remember, no overtime in the preseason, though a tie now seems hardly likely. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Haskins. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Folk's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think hope was wearing one jersey and worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
And now wrap it up for the second preseason week with a close one. Almost lost that one. But wins win 46-45, the final score going into the final preseason game against the New Orleans Saints. And they'll be next Sunday. Saturday or Sunday, we don't know. Probably Sunday. Next Sunday. There. We didn't do anything there. But that's okay. We will get the 6 reward points there, making up to 18 rewards points for upgrade as we go for the upgrades for the season. So Tennessee up to have had both wins in the preseason. Yes, it doesn't count. But we'll find out what happens going forward into week number 3 and the final week of the preseason before we have an off week for the mentorship and then weekly strategy and stuff will be done off camera. Maybe the wide receiver mentorship will be done before the game, but we will leave it there. There's your records in the preseason for both teams, Saints and Titans, both undefeated in the preseason going into the game at New Orleans in Madden NFL 24 Madden NFL 25, Madden NFL 25 for 2024. Madden NFL 25 for 2024 to totally differentiate between the two ones there. So that'll do it, and this will be the last time I will do commentary for the Titans game and stuff. We will still do commentary for Face of the Franchise and Ultimate Team, and then the Pro Bowl as well. But for the Super Bowl, no, and then the regular season for Titans, Cowboys, Texans, and Chiefs, no. So that'll do it. Until next time. Make sure I saved it there. And that is gonna do it. Until next time, keep on doing it, and we'll see y'all next time.